When the subject of the gay voice gets brought up, a lot of people are confused why I don't really want to engage with the conversation. So let me explain. Even if you are coming into the comment section and saying this in good faith, like, I want to know, why do gay men sound like that? I need you to know that it is a subject that I have in the past engaged with in good faith. I've seen the documentary as well. I've read the papers. I've talked to other queer men. However, you are not the first person to ask me that question. You are not the 5th person to ask me that question. You're not the 50th person to ask me that question. You're not the 500th person to ask me that question. You probably aren't even the 5,000th person to ask me that question over the course of my life. And most especially not over the course of me being a person on the internet. I mean, I've had videos go, viral, get millions and millions of views talking about the gay voice, and had tens of thousands of people say, well, why is the voice like that? So I'm just saying, like, I'm not kidding when I say, like, you are in a sea of people. And the other thing you have to consider is that when marginalized people are asked questions about their bodies, their voices, their skin, their hair, their whatever, something that is intrinsic about their bodies, the way that they exist in the world, it is exhausting. It is exhausting to have how you exist as a person be just a topic of conversation, just be something that just like, oh, I'm just curious, I'm just asking questions, I've always just wanted to know. That kind of question is used to denigrate queer men, to say, well, you sound effeminate, you sound like a little sissy boy, you don't sound like a real man, all of that kind of thing. Like, that's what that is all wrapped up in. So when you come into my comment section and you ask me that, I now have to do the felicific calculus of figuring out, are you asking this in good faith? How much time do you have? Is this something I really feel like talking about? Why haven't you Googled this? Like, honestly, I think it's a really, really, really good opportunity for some of y'all to remember that Google exists. It exists. And some of these good faith questions that you have about, why do certain people look this way? Why do certain people sound this way? Why do certain people, some of those questions about people's bodies and people's way of existing, some of those could be asked to Dr. Google, and y'all could have a real good chat about it. I think that if that's a genuine topic that you genuinely are interested in, there are documentaries out there, there's papers you can read, there's books you can read. That work has already been done by other people who wanted to do that labor. I'm tired of it. I have been asked, why do you sound like that, since I was a kid. Since I was a teenager. I used to try really, really hard not to sound like that. I grew up a theater kid, so I would talk like this, really like try to flatten out my voice. You can tell that in the earliest episodes of my podcast, like way back in 2009, like when I tried to do like a presenter style voice. I hated my voice for a long time. It was a source of a lot of self-loathing for me, and a lot of other queer men feel the same. Just bringing the topic up itself is just already in conversation with things that are weaponized against us, and it's just a lot to ask for us to go through it and educate you, Stephanie, on, your little point of curiosity, because it's a lot. Anyways, so that's why I don't do it. And that's why I don't really enjoy the question being asked in my comment section or in my DMs or my emails or anything like that. So hope that helped. Thank you. Goodbye.